Hey, what it do, YouTube? It's your boy EB23, aka Easy Breezy 23. I'm back again with some brand new college football 26 content. This video, I'm going to be bringing you some of my ideas for both Road to Glory and Dynasty mode. With these ideas, I believe it will be these ideas will be implemented. I think it will work well with Road to Glory and Dynasty mode together. There could be some new ideas, but at the same time, there's probably some old ideas from previous iterations of NCAA football series and the Madden NFL series, man. I think it would be good to bring some of these ideas that I'm about to bring to you guys, to bring them back into the fold, because ain't nothing wrong with going back to what was good, man. My philosophy is, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just bring everything that we had from the NCAA football series and the Madden NFL series. Bring them back. Some of those beloved series, man. And this video is going to be breaking down but some of my favorite features from the early iterations of the NCAA football series and the Madden NFL franchise as well. So sit back, relax. There's gonna be some nostalgia in here, some nostalgia bait in here, but we're gonna take our time and we're going to go through this. I will be in the description box. There will be a timestamp of my ideas. So if you don't want to watch the whole video, if you want to just go to the ideas that I'm implementing into the video that I want implemented into Road to Glory and Dynasty mode, there will be a timestamp in the description box or in the comment section, and you can just jump straight into those ideas. But let's get into it.
Day is here, and so is the first report in our Road to Glory series. As recruits from around the nation declare their intentions for the next 4 years, we are paying close attention to one recruit in particular. He's the focus of our new series following the life of a student athlete on campus. Our first
Road to Glory with Erin Andrews. Do you remember that? The highlight show from the NCAA 10, NCAA 11, and so forth. It was a feature in the game that chronicled our Road to Glory players' careers. This mode allowed players to choose a position, play through a college career, and then see our highlights that was presented in broadcast style. It was hosted by Erin Andrews, and the analyst with Kurt Herbstreit. And it also features the online leaderboards, the 3D dorm room, and the ability to compare your player's performance with others. Man, I remember so much about this, especially the dorm room, where you had an upgraded dorm room from freshman to sophomore to junior to senior year. Bring this back to Road to Glory.
From Silicon Valley, it's time for the EA Radio Show with host Tony Bruno. Thanks for tuning in, football fans. I'm Tony Bruno. When this week is over, the playoff picture will finally begin to crystallize. There is information aplenty coming your way. You don't want to miss it, so don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. Man, did we have some great moments in last week's action or what? 3 players achieved career milestones. Now that's saying something. You can go week after week and not have anything like that happen. But last week, definitely one of those memorable ones. The folks who put the highlights together working double time trying to get the news out as soon as it happened. So to all those players who did the achieving, congratulations from the Tony Bruno Show. It's time for the Fantasy Player of Week 16, brought to you by EA Sports. It's in the game. Clinton Portis had over 150 rushing yards and ran for 2 touchdowns, so he turned in a fine game.
The Tony Bruno Show from Madden 05, 06, and 07. Do you remember that? This dude would host a show listing all the stats and the player accomplishments from previous weeks of gameplay, conducting player and coach interviews, and even taking calls from the listeners. Do you remember that? I promise you, on Madden franchise mode, I promise you, I probably go to the rosters and all that, but sometimes I wouldn't even play a game. I would just listen to that Bruno Show, because I'm thinking that I'm actually watching what I normally see on TV. Like when I used to watch ESPN, the highlights, and the NFL Network, and all that. It's like it was brought to life into the game, and I would just leave it right there and just listen to this dude talk sports, talk about the stats of whatever my franchise players was doing for that week and the weeks prior or the upcoming week, man. But let's modernize it. You can still do a show like that, but it could be a podcast. It can be some type of podcast where, because Road to Glory is revolved around you. So that entire podcast can be revolved around you. From high school to college. All your accomplishments, whatever your ups and downs, what you did this week, what you did last week. They'll give you insight into the next game, what they are expecting you to do for the next game, to piggyback off the last game. I mean, and you can even add this into the Dynasty mode too. It can be a version of a podcast where it talks about all the teams that won during that week, some of the bigger performances, some of the less insignificant performances, the big games coming up over the next few weeks, the top 25 or anything like that. This feature would fit both in Road to Glory and in Dynasty mode. Bring this back, please. You see how hype I am right now? Bring this back. More immersion, please.
Good job, Coach. Humble and hardworking. Both qualities you'd like to see in a draft pick. But you already knew that. Let me show you the locker room.
Let's do it.
So obviously you've seen one of these before. Nothing too unusual. Your locker's over there.
The one with my name on it, right?
Quick study. We put the starter's name on the whiteboard over here before every game. Coach likes to keep things regular, but obviously injuries happen. People perform or they don't, so it'll change from time to time.
All right, well, hopefully it changes sooner rather than later.
If you're doing the right things, you'll be there sooner than you think.
Hey, that's the plan.
All right, hey, come on, let me show you my office. Come on. Now, I know you're
meeting the coach before your start of your first game. Since this is Road to Glory and it all revolves around you, I think this will work well in Road to Glory. After you make your commitment when you jump from high school to college, when you get ready to go to your first game, it goes to a cutscene where you meet the coach. He takes you through the locker room and shows you your locker. You see your jersey hanging up with your name on the back of the jersey. You see your name up on the locker. And you see other players or whatever getting ready for the game. Then he takes you into his office, and y'all hash it out what to expect in this and that. More immersion. The day in life of a student athlete. They meet their coaches before the game. We all do this. I'm a coach myself. I meet with my players before each and every game. This feature will work well in Road to Glory, man. When you meet. I mean, you can also throw in some of the other players. You're talking to the other players too, while y'all are preparing to get ready for that game. I think this will work well in Road to Glory. Pregame warmups. After you see your Road to Glory player, walking out of the tunnel. Do you see them run out of the tunnel? You see them run out of the tunnel. You run it out onto the field. After you get a look at the crowd and everything, and they get all through the presentation and this and that, you are going into your pregame warm-up before the game starts, before kickoff. Kirk Herbstreit, Chris Fowler, or whoever the broadcasters are, they are talking about you as the pregame warm-ups are going on. You're throwing the ball around to the receivers. You're handing the ball off to the running back. It shows you talking to the coach briefly. It's like a little cutscene of you talking to the coaches while the broadcasters are talking about you. Because it's all revolved around you. Talking about your performance from last week, the big game performance that you had last week. And now you've entered the Heisman race. There's a national championship aspirations. There's a college football playoff aspirations. Just going through all of that for the pregame warm-up before kickoff. I think that would be good. Oh, I'm getting emotional right now. Do you remember spring game scrimmages, man? In Dynasty mode? Bring this feature back. This can be in Dynasty mode and it can be utilized in Road to Glory too. You're going through the offseason as your Road to Glory player. Once you're going through the offseason, you got the training and this and that. You are getting better with the training, and your players are getting better with the training. Now you see what you got. Now you get to see what you're working with your pregame scrimmage. Throughout that pregame scrimmages, you're harnessing your skills. You get a full game of the pregame scrimmage. You get some objectives that you have, some objectives that you got to do to reach a certain level, and also you can implement certain players on the team. Some players are fighting for a roster spot, position spot. You are helping them players. You are helping everybody get better with the spring game scrimmage. This can also be utilized in the Dynasty mode with your new recruits that you have brought in to the team. Try them out on the practice field, in the scrimmage. See what you're working with. See who's going to be starting. See who's going to be rotating. This and that. Bring this feature back as well as the spring games. I mean, we have some practice games or whatever before in Road to Glory before like some training exercises or whatever. But you can bring those spring games back too. But this spring game training scrimmage, this needs to be back ASAP.
Had their own way of creating a world in the game. Instead of newspaper articles, it was Sports Illustrated. This isn't a new feature as it's been in the game since NCAA 2004, but it doesn't diminish the impact that it has in immersing you into the game. This quote is from an interview.
We just gonna let this marinate for a minute. But do y'all remember this Sports Illustrated magazine, an Athlon sports magazine in Dynasty mode? Do y'all remember this? Where it talked about the top players for this upcoming season, the top 25 teams for that season, the Heisman Watch, the Players of the Week, the All-Americans, the bowl games, the conference standings, the archive covers, the award winners, everything. It's so much immersion in these for Dynasty mode. This can also be utilized in Road to Glory. Because like I said, Road to Glory it revolved around you. You can have a whole magazine, Sports Illustrated magazine, or Athlon Sports, where it talks about you. Where it talks about you and your team, what your team standings is, what your team's chances are to making the college football playoff, what your chances are to make it to a bowl game, what your chances are to win your conference, to make it to the conference championship game. Is just so much immersion left behind from those earlier iterations of the NCAA football series and the Madden NFL series. So much immersion left behind that you can bring back. My gosh, I'm getting excited and sad at the same time just thinking about it. So much left behind. Bring these back. Bring these back, man. Bring these back. You would. It felt real. It felt real to us back then when I was a kid, because this was like 05, 06, 07. I was 15, 16, 17 years old, man. Looking at all this on Madden and on NCAA. It felt so real, like I was actually watching a real game. Bring these back. Senior Day. Road to Glory. This revolves around you. If you choose to stay after your junior year to come back your senior year in Road to Glory for whatever college football team that you committed to after high school, if you chose to come back for your senior year, you automatically activate the senior package or senior day or whatever you want to call it. That there's something like this in NBA 2K. I'm not able to remember what it's called, but something like this. When you come back for your senior year, you automatically activate senior day. You go throughout the whole season, you're playing your games and whatever. When it gets to the final home game of your collegiate career, senior day, you are walking down a tunnel onto the field along with other seniors. As you walking out to the field, you see people already lined up. They're putting whatever flowers or whatever on your head, over your neck, or they're handing you roses as you're walking down the field. The crowd is excited and sad at the same time. The commentators are talking about you for your last collegiate game. They're talking about all your accomplishments, all the ups and downs, the winning records, your stats, everything, the awards that you won. They are talking about it. At senior day, your last collegiate game, home game for your college team. Immersion. And another thing that I forgot to mention too, in Road to Glory. And when you're walking out of the tunnel, after these big games or whatever, you keep having big game after big game after big game. Your coach comes to talk to you and says, "Hey, we want to make you a captain for the team." Once they make you a captain for the team, you get a chance to lead your team out onto the field. Instead of you following all the players out on the field, you get a chance to lead your team out onto the field with the C on your chest. And another thing as well, for senior day, when you automatically say that you want to stay on as a senior and the senior day package or whatever is activated, you automatically get that patch on your chest. You got the conferences on your chest. The SEC has SEC graduate labeled on their players who are seniors and getting ready to graduate. That is on your chest throughout your whole senior year. Man, these are all the ideas that I can come up with. This is all I have. This is all I have, man. Like I said, man, this is all I have. This is all I have. I want to thank you guys for tuning in this long. This is all the ideas that I have for both Road to Glory and Dynasty mode together. I believe that these ideas will be implemented well into Dynasty mode and into Road to Glory. They can work hand in hand together if they just bring back some of these old features, and they can tweak it to modern times if they have to. They don't necessarily have to keep it the same, but they can tweak it, but they can bring it back. That's like I said, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Bring some of that stuff back. Bring some of it back. But that's all I have for you guys today. I want to thank you guys for all the love and support. Make sure you leave a like, rating on this video. Comment down below if you agree, if you disagree, and if you want to What are your ideas? What do you want to see added to Road to Glory and Dynasty mode this year or in the other later iterations of the game? I'm your boy EB23, aka Easy Breezy 23. Thank you guys for all the love and support. Peace out, y'all. Love and peace.